From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Go tonight. 180. Come on, let's go.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And got a man. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
20. 50 seconds to Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
On first down, gone. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Parker unable to get that one. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's get there.
Here's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these
and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, Darnold. And Anderson's got it. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Go, go. Motion, motion, motion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Throwing again is Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Darnold on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Complete to Jamison Crowder. It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Inside. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready?
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. all receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 1st down, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You got nothing.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
I'm gonna need some therapy after this.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
54. Mike 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
A first down throw, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Darnold under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
In your face.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a couple. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
DC. Hey, Shell. Hey, Echo.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's our time. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll go again with Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Let him know.
From the 38, Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
54, right there. 54, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Shift. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Deuce. Hey, check 24.
Off the play action, Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Darnold complete to Crowder, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the 50, it's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold steps away to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by David Long. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former USC Trojan, familiar with this place, Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. Interception on the day, baby.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Young lady, ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Darnold. He's looking deep for Bell. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Silver.
To throw is Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, please. Mike. I'm coming for you.
So again, they run with Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Goff. He gets it to Cooks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Check it back, check it back. Hey, ready? Check.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Check 50. Check 50.
36.
Now a run with Montgomery. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight? Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, Oregon.
Right there. 54. Right there.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, New York.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. His throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Rush in.
Check three.
Now it's Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Goff now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Gone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check, check. Lucky.
Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Samson Abuka in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Like 20. Your track, your track.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Goff now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go
that
for
chart.
1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Great flare.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Now it's gone. This pass complete to Reynolds. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Like 20. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Darnold now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.